In this video, I am going to tell you about my 5 tips, tricks and secrets of shooting micro subjects like wildflowers, insects and some abstract patterns. I am also going to tell you about the use of diffuser, reflector and a black cardboard for creating images. The biggest advantage of taking a micro or a micro shot is that it forces you to look more closely at a given situation, and thus you begin to see those things which other photographers might miss because they are blinded by familiarity, and this leads to greater appreciation of the essence of that subject. For today's shoot, I am using Nikon Z9 along with 105mm f2.8 Z mount lens. The first tip is about perspective. I have this wild yellow flower and I can shoot it either this way or this way. Different angles of shoot renders it a different perspective and gives it a different look. Discover the best angle which will truly reproduce the essence of the subject and shoot it from that angle. Do not be in a hurry. Take your time. Study the subject. Study different angles. Look at the subject from different angles and then decide from which angle to shoot. Tip number 2. Use complementary subject or object in the frame to enhance your subject. You can look at it like a prop which a dancer uses to enhance its performance. Like in this image, I used leaves and a defocused bud along with flowers to balance the scene. Or for that matter, I included the insect to render a sense of contrast, not only of the subject but also of colors. You can also choose to defocus the adjacent structures and still include it in the frame to invite viewers' attention to the main subject. Naturally, this will require a use of a wide open aperture. Tip number 3. Always pay attention to the background. Black background against a vibrant yellow will certainly grab viewers' attention. I used this black art paper as a background. The art paper was kept on the ground as away as possible from the main subject. This way, you will create a totally defocused black background. Of course, negative exposure compensation of -1 has to be used to create such type of effect. Tip number 4. Always carry a thermocol sheet or a white shining cardboard like this. This will act as a reflector. Look at these two images. The shadow on the petals are too exaggerated, and with the use of reflector, they are reduced in the intensity. Needless to say that the reflector must be kept against the direction of the light. Tip number 5. To avoid shiny reflections, use tracing paper between the source of light and the subject and produce a soft light effect like this. And you can always use diffuser and reflector to take care of both shadows as well as highlight detail. Look at these 3 images. The first image is shot without the use of reflector or a diffuser. The second image is shot with the use of a diffuser. And the third image is shot with the use of a reflector and a diffuser. Pay attention to the shadow details in all these 3 images and you will find out what is the difference and how the diffuser and the use of reflector enhances the appeal of an image. So if you think that you have got some information out of this video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thank you and keep exploring.